Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Scrublord, and today we're going to be looking at Loonion as an effective farming strategy at Town Hall 9. Now, Loonion is a very fun attack strategy to use. The attacks go by very fast, and there's some key elements to it that you need to make sure you're getting right in order to farm effectively with it. So let's start off and look at the army. Here's our army composition. We've got 32 loons and 30 minions, hence Loonion. We've got a hound in the CC, and I like to bring a freeze in order to freeze any splash damage near the back end or freeze the enemy queen. The more value you get out of it, the better. We've got 4 haste, 2 rage, and a poison. The poison, of course, is for the enemy queen. We're typically going to be using 2 haste for the front end, and then our rages in the core, and the other 2 haste for the back end. Sometimes it might get switched up depending on how the loons split, but that's typically what we're going to be doing. Now, a key thing to remember here is you want a rage dropped over the enemy queen. That way, when the lava hound busts open and the lava pups start attacking and the minions come up from taking down all the trash buildings behind the loons, they'll all get raged up and start attacking that enemy queen and taking her down. Now, like I said, this is a very fast attack. Raids usually last about a minute to a minute and a half tops. So there's a lot to keep track of very quickly. And one thing that you need to make sure you're doing is using multi-finger deployment. If you don't know what that is, multi-finger deployment is using multiple fingers at once to deploy your troops. So when that happens, each spot that you put your finger on will deploy a troop. So if you've got 2 fingers instead of 1, your troops will deploy twice as fast. 3 fingers, 3 times as fast. With this strategy, we use 3-finger deployment and spread the loons out in a nice big line. This attack strategy does not require heroes. It's great to use if your heroes are upgrading like mine are. You can use it with heroes, and if you have your heroes up, you want to save them for the end of the raid for cleaning up the back end on anything that your loons may not have been able to take out or just speeding up the attack. So let's go ahead and check out some replays, look at the kind of bases that we want to hit with this attack strategy. I'll give you more tips on it, and we're going to farm a bunch of resources. But before we do that, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss an upload. Alright guys, here's the first base we're going after. Notice the replay timer, only 1 minute and 40 seconds. Like I said, it's a very fast attack. So we've got a Town Hall 9 base, full collectors. Those don't really matter whether it's full collectors or full storages. What you're just looking at is the big available loot. Almost 600,000, 560,000, and 3,300. That's what we're looking for. Big loot. Now in this base, the enemy queen is down, so we don't have to worry about her. What we're really looking at in the bases is where's the enemy queen and where are the sweepers pointed. In this one, the sweepers are pointed towards the 9 o'clock side and the 3 o'clock side. So we don't want to come into the sweepers. Like with any air attack, you really want to come away from the sweepers. So we want to either come from the bottom or from the top. So let's go ahead and start this replay. So our loons all come in a nice line. See how they're spammed in? This is a spam attack for the most part. And as you see how quickly it happened, 1 finger here, 1 finger here, and 1 finger here, all at the top to get your loons coming in very quickly. Behind it, a 3-finger deployment of the minions, and then our hound out of the CC. We've got 2 hastes coming in to push those loons through the splash damage into the enemy air defenses. We've got 2 rages coming down in the core. Unfortunately, our loons went off to the side and missed the rage in this one, but that's fine. We have another haste over here on the 3 o'clock side, pushing those loons through. The minions in the center took out everything. The town hall, the dark elixir storage, the clan castle. Another haste over here on the right side, trying to push this bigger group of loons into the core, getting that splash damage down, taking out the defenses. Now, if we were to have our heroes here, we would bring the heroes in on each side, either the 9 o'clock side or the 3 o'clock side, with these minions to take out the rest of these buildings. But what's important is the core got gutted, there's only a few defenses left, and the rest of these minions are just picking off the rest of the resources. So we're going to go ahead and double time through it because we just have minions picking off these resources. We're going to let them do their thing. A nice split down here at the bottom with these minions going down towards the elixir collector. That's it. We get on out of it. An 88% 2-star. Basically all of the loot minus 25,000 of the gold, plus the league bonus for Crystal 1, which isn't much, but it is something. Alright guys, let's look at our next attack. It's a Town Hall 10 base, but it is dead. That's why we're attacking it. Our Inferno Towers here in the core, both no energy to attack. The Expos, no bolts on them. Those Expos aren't going to fire at us. Those Inferno Towers aren't going to fire at us. This is perfect. Lots of loot in the space. Let's see, we've got one sweeper here pointing towards the about 7 o'clock side, and then one sweeper over here pointing towards the 2 o'clock side, the 1 to 2 o'clock side. So we want to come away from these sweepers. So we're either going to want to hit this base from the 10 to 11 side or the 4 to 5 side. Either way is fine. Let's see how we do it. Our loons spammed in a nice line with a 3-finger deployment over here at the 4 to 5 side. 2 haste coming in, pushing these loons through the middle of the space, a poison dropped on the enemy queen, and a rage over the enemy queen. Now, the rage over the enemy queen, not only is it for the lava pups and the minions to take out the queen while she's distracted on the loons, but also if the queen is right next to a defense and those raged up loons drop their bombs on the defense, they can take her out too. That didn't happen here, but it is a possibility, which is why we rage over the queen. We've got another haste up here next to the right side Inferno Tower, pushing these loons through it. Another haste here in the core, pushing all the loons through the core, trying to get them through to the backside of this base. Another rage over here on the 9 o'clock side, pushing these loons through that wizard tower. As you can see, our minions, they were raged up. They went through the enemy queen. Now they're taking out the town hall, the gold storages. More minions up here over at the 2 o'clock side get taken out. But these minions, they make it to the dark elixir storage, and they're taking out as much of them as they can before they get taken out. Now we've got 2 hero minions down here on the 8 o'clock side, taking out this gold storage, gold collector. And I'm going to double time through it, trying to get to that 70% over here to get that 100% loot bonus. They're taking out the barracks, take out the builders' huts. One gets taken down, takes out the last builder hut, 69%. So close to that 70%, but it's all right. We got quite a bit of loot out of this space. 433,000 gold, 429,000 elixir, almost 4,000 dark elixir, plus the loot bonus. So very quick and effective farming with this strategy. You pop a training potion and attack bases back to back, and you can get lots of loot out of this while your heroes are down. I think the army costs about 200,000 elixir and not a lot of dark. I'd say about 500 dark elixir from the haste and the poison. And then your hound is donated to you, so that's dark elixir that you don't even have to use. It's a very cheap army, getting you plenty of loot out of dead Town Hall 10s and decent Town Hall 9s. Alright guys, let's check out our next replay. We've got a Town Hall 9, 400,000, 460,000, and 3,600. A great amount of loot for us to get out of the space. In this raid, we do have our heroes, and they're going to be used at the back end for cleanup, just like I said earlier. Now, looking at the sweepers, we've got one pointing down here at the top of the base, and one pointing up near the core of the base. The enemy queen and king right here next to the dark elixir storage, here in the core of the base. It looks like there's 3 Teslas that are being upgraded right now. Perfect for us. The fewer the Teslas, the better it is for us, plus an upgrading air defense. That's great to see when we're using Loonion. Like I said, another quick attack, a minute and a half that this replay will end in. Let's go ahead and check it out. We got our loons spammed up here in the 2 to 3 o'clock side. Our lava hound comes in afterwards, then our minions behind. We've got 1, 2, 3 haste getting these loons pushed through the core of this base. A rage over the core where the queen is. A poison over the enemy queen. Another haste coming in over the bomb tower and this air defense. And then the last rage still in this core, pushing these loons through the sweeper and through the last air defense. There's only 1 archer tower and 1 wizard tower left up. We've got plenty of minions and lava pups left. And then we come in with our king over here on the 9 o'clock side. And our queen's going to be dropped right behind him. They're going to follow these minions on the 9 o'clock side down to the south to the 6 o'clock side and finish cleaning up this base. Our minions are being taken out to the wizard tower here at the 6 o'clock side, but we still have our heroes to push through the rest of this base. So we're going to get all the loot out of it. Queen takes out the archer tower. King and the minions finish clearing up the trash. The king's ability is popped in order to get through that wall faster. Queen's ability is popped. This base is done. Now that's a great showing of the Loonion with the heroes to come in on the back end and help clean things up, speed it up, and maybe pick off a few defenses that you weren't able to get. 400,000 gold, 460,000 elixir, and 3,600 dark elixir, plus the league loot bonus, which I think is about 70-70 for Crystal League. I'm not sure the dark elixir amount. Not a whole lot, but it does help. And there you have it, guys. That's how you farm with Loonion. It's a very fast attack strategy. Your aim is to push those loons through the base as fast as possible, overwhelm the enemy defenses before they even have a chance to do anything. With poisons over the enemy queen and rages in the core, you're able to effectively wipe out their key defenses, push through the base so the minions can clean up, and absolutely wreck these bases. Heroes are absolutely not required for this attack, but as you just saw, they do help finish off the last end of the base, but you can still get plenty of loot without them. This is the attack strategy that I like to use when my heroes are down and I don't want to use Barch and lose trophies. With this attack strategy, if you're doing it right, you're going to gain trophies as you're attacking bases. You're going to gain a lot of loot and you'll keep your league standing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop me a comment, tell me what you thought about it, and let me know what other kinds of attack strategies you guys want to see. If there's anything you're struggling with, I will be perfectly happy to explain it in depth, just like I do with all my other farming videos and my war attack videos, breaking down the attack strategy so you know exactly what to do in order to gain the loot or gain the 3 stars that you need farming or in war. I appreciate every single one of you who like my videos and enjoyed the content that I put out. I love to help you guys, and until next time, I hope y'all have a great day.